Hi, good morning, everyone. Okay, it's my pleasure to have a date with you for this couple of minutes. And okay, it's so nice to be with you. And let's talk about these best practices in conducting online research. By the way, I am Mr. John Lucenario, your public servant, your research advocate, and founder of Action Research Society. It's so nice to have a date with you virtually. All right. As we know, every single day we are facing lots of challenges, and every morning when we wake up, okay, we are about to make choices. Yes, make choices. So it's either we look on the other side, on the brighter side. It's either we want to be happy, yes, or we want to be sad. So, in spite of this situation of pandemic, I do hope that we are still managing okay, our choices and we still want a choice to be happy, isn't it? So, ismay lang po tayo, right? Just to share this to you, okay, during this time of pandemic, actually, yes, last May, before my birthday, okay, my birthday was May 30th. I was thinking of how can I use my skill, actually my specifically my research skill to help others. So there's one thing that pop up in my mind. So okay, how will use my skill to have the donation drive for me to help okay together with those who will believe me, those our brothers who are living in the mountainside because they are seldom forgotten. They are forgotten. It's because they are hard to reach by donations, yung mga ayuda. And that's what I did. And surprisingly, okay, through my friends, okay, through this platform, take a look at this slide. I used that slide. Okay, we were able, okay, to raise almost 10,000. Okay, and that's because creatively I have used okay that power of online research, online platform, social media, for me to okay drive more donations okay to help okay these unfortunate brothers who are living in the mountains. So medyo nakakatakot actually. It's because baka ma-sin zone ka lang or baka okay, yung inaasahan mo mga friends, they will not help you. But okay, conquering those fears and hesitations, okay, it's a big success. Thank you so much to my friends. All right. Okay, it's been years that I am okay, a research advocate, and the way I define it is research is thinking more, talking less, and acting more. And that's why I define it. So instead of okay clamoring and complaining, so we will do research. Nakatulong ka na, and at the same time, masaya ka pa sa iyong ginagawa, isn't it? And that's for me the definition of research. All right, so why we are going to do online research? So very timely that we are in our own homes and houses. And okay, can we still do research? Yes, definitely. Online. Yes, online. No need to go to libraries. All right. So sharing this to you, I don't know if you will be happy or sad about this. For 3 years in a row, Philippines has been declared as the social media capital of the world. Yes, of the world, according to the Global Digital Report in 2018. Okay, because of that survey, okay, Philippines, okay, they said that we are consuming about 3 hours and 57 minutes. So that's about 4 hours okay, a day, yeah, a day, and that's a consumption of the every Filipino on the average, right? So what do you notice about this figure? Take a look at this figure. Philippines, Brazil, Indonesia, are these the rich countries? That's the question. Definitely not. Where are those rich countries? China, USA, Australia. Are they located? Okay, on are they? Can we find them in the statistics? No, cannot. So what does it mean? All right. So take a look at that and think about that, my dear, okay, brethren, my dear Filipino phenomenon. All right. And in 2019, on the same survey of the Global Digital Report, we even managed to increase from almost 4 hours. We have exceeded to more than 12 minutes, 4 hours and 12 minutes. And that's about, okay, and kidding aside, that's about 71% of our population, of about 76 million Filipinos out of 100 plus. Actually, it's like 110 million. Yeah. And that's how voracious we are in terms of, okay, consuming time online, specifically through the social media. And that's a warning to all of us because that can be addictive. So are we spending that much? And yet we are not gaining any profit. So beware of that, not only for our health, but in terms of economic tendency of us. Remember, okay, studies stated that, okay, social media can be addictive, and as we know, addiction can lead to depression, and depression can lead to suicide. And that's true. And there's a tendency for us being, okay, social media um voracious consumer. Yes. So I do hope Filipinos will not be trapped by this mouse trap. So so who are the ones who are making profits out of this? It's not the users, but the developers like Zuckerberg and Bill Gates. So come to think of that. So by the way, on the positive note, okay, we can still take advantage of that. Yes, it's like a funnel wherein, okay, every time you click like, and the worst is we our emails are captured, right? Every time we do that, okay, the artificial intelligence of the system, Facebook, Google, they're funneling it, and then later on convert it into profits. And unfortunately, it's not us who will profit from that unless, okay, we think of a way for us to convert, okay, that voracious time of eating, social media time, into a profitable one. And why not, right? Why not? Filipinos are so creative, right? Why not? Okay, why don't we convert that, okay, much time that we are using through the social media and convert it into a profitable one? Why not we Filipinos, we sell chanelas, right? Chanelas. Okay, social, di ba? Right? So basically, Filipinos are innovative. What we just need, what? A system and a technology for us to convert, okay, this threat before, but now we can convert it into an asset. And okay, alam ko, okay, we teachers, we are fan, or we are victim of this, or we are guilty of this. Okay, during the pandemic, okay, anong mga, okay, terms or cliches which were actually rampant through online. Okay, HM, how much? And PM send, or PM is the key. But now it's bubble already, right? Okay, we have to post the actual price. But thanks to the pandemic, right? Thanks to the pandemic, we've been pushed to the wall, and we've been pushed to adapt to the situation. We've been pushed, okay, to think creatively, to be innovative, and to learn those online skills, right? Thank you so much. Right? Thank you so much to the situation. And relating this, okay, don't you know that the 21st century skills, there are four basic ones: the critical thinking, collaboration, communication. But the culmination and the highest of all of this is what we call as creativity. Yes, it's creativity, right? And speaking of creativity, as we know, creativity begins in the mind, imagination, right? And that is imagination. What can you imagine? Okay, you can do it. Albert Einstein once said, imagination is the highest form of research. Therefore, creativity is the highest form of 21st century skills. And creativity is research by itself. Because if you know how to research, you will have to collaborate, you will think critically, and you will communicate. It can be written or it can be in a form of oral communication. Right. So furthermore, why we have to do online research? Right? Actually, living in this world we're in, there is an overload of information. It's really hard to combat which one is fake news, which one is a factual news, right? So it's our obligation being a responsible citizen. And we, especially as being teachers, we are an authority on our own rights. Yeah, our students, they believe in us more than their parents. And that's the truth, right? Okay. So can you spot the difference, for example, here? Can you spot by just a glance which one is fake news and which one is not a fake news? Can we? Definitely not, unless we do research. We verify, right? Okay, so that's the only thing for us to know if it's a fake or if it's not. And that's our obligation to do online, yes, online research without going to libraries. And relating this to education, because we are educators, we are teachers. Take note, okay, in the public schools, we have lots and lots and lots of data. And these data are researchable, generalizable. We can draw conclusions, okay, to that. Yeah. Okay, our students, we have to understand in every decision that we will be doing, especially classroom teachers and leaders, of course, in the admin. Okay, it must be based from empirical data. Why students cannot read, cannot comprehend actually? Okay, why reading affects science and math? According to the 2019 PISA result, we are on the bottom, right? We have to do think about that. Why children who are products of broken family, they behave indifferently, right? And that's our obligation. And we can do that even without going to library. We can do that online, and that is online research. All right, very timely. Okay, learning modalities. We can explore this. Okay, it's very timely. It's the pancake. It's a hot cake of the time, right? So we would know if one modality is effective and it's applicable for how many. We can do it, okay, and we can test the effectiveness of these modalities in our own schools, right? And you can do that, okay, because data are available. You can do the online research. Now, how are we going to do the online research? Right, so let me share this to you. First, you must have a critical mind. Yes, an inquiry based mind, right? Not only asking questions like what, but more on the higher order questions. Why is it like that? Why? How will it happen? Or how does it happen? Right? And that's basically, okay, the beginning of research. So how do we do it? If we have already those questions at the back of our mind, we can narrow down, okay, our interests, the problems that we are, okay, dealing with. Right? How do we do it? For example, in the field of education, okay, let's not go out of education because we are educators, we are teachers, right? In the field of education, still that's vague in general. We can narrow it down to the very timely what we call as learning modalities. And from learning modalities, we can choose modular, for instance, as an approach to deliver the teaching learning process. And through that, we can narrow it down to more specific, and we can lay down the question, what will be the effect of modular distance learning to student academic performance amidst um, this COVID-19 pandemic? Okay, that's the way we narrow down, all right? We funnel, okay? All right, so how are we going to do that if the problem is researchable or not? Okay, we are going to do literature review. Okay, it will help us to figure out what will work. It will provide us the rationale or the background behind the study. It can also it will tell us if we're going to pursue or not, because it will tell us if it's researchable or not. So how do we do it? Okay, let us do some tricks. So for example, yes, we're going to do the biggest library in the world, and that is Mr. Google. Yes, I'm not paid to advertise Google, but yes, Mr. Google is the biggest library of all. Is it credible? Yes, it's very credible, right? Let's do some tricks. For example, you want to study about teacher competence. So take a look at this. Just type in teacher competence, okay, on the Google engine and put that PDF. Why that PDF? It's because all of those studies out there, actually, they are almost written in Adobe format. Yes, in Adobe format. And then voila, you can have the list of possible studies, journal articles, researches, which are related to the one that you're searching. For example, here, it's about teacher competence. As simple as that, right? Okay, so take a look at this. When you click those items, oh, take a look at this. Are you familiar with this? Yes, that is the title page of a dissertation or a thesis. So no need to go to those dusty, creepy, okay, libraries. I'm not against those libraries. Yes, they are, but those are the old schools, right? We are now on the digital age. Actually, we've been forced to enter that digital age because of this pandemic. All right. So thesis, dissertation, and of course, journal articles. For example, here it's a journal article that's published internationally. Actually, I, together with my classmate and my student, we we had a study about this, about our dear brothers who are the indigenous people called Dumaga. Okay, we have discovered that there is something distinct about their fingerprints, and it's published international. Right? Thank you so much. Um, thank you so much. We salute you, our ancestors, our dear indigenous people. All right. So basically, online research is the practice of using internet, okay, which are actually free, okay, which is actually free through the World Wide Web, right? Yeah, it's for free. Actually, you pay for data, but the information is free, right? But how can you do advanced research? You can. Okay, this is another trick. Okay, search the Google advanced search. You can trim down to the more and more specific topics. So all of these words, so type in all the words that you want to search, this exact word or phrase, narrow it down for you to narrow down your search. You can use the advanced search, and for you to be more specific, even more specific, and you will get notification every now and then through the email. You can use the Google Scholar. Here in the Google Scholar, okay, you will be finding here researches, studies, releases, okay, that are official. Yes, and that is through the Google Scholar. Right? Try it. Right? Yeah, searching for information to verify information online, it's really possible with the expense of doing it online at home, right? No need to go to those libraries. Advanced search, right, through Google. And in addition, you can use Boolean operators. These are the use of and or not for you to narrow down and to get more specific searches. For example, for the use of and, for example, cloning and humans and ethics. It means to say all of these are important. Okay. Another one is not. So it means to say you have to exclude cloning, not ship. So not about ship, but it's just about cloning. Because when you just type in cloning, you can have the cloning of ship. All right. So not is another limitator or boolean. All right. You can use that. All right. So as on the guideline, general guidelines, you can ask yourself: is it the author is the authority in the field? Is it affiliated to a legit organization? Or is the content reliable and accurate? Right, that's a general specific, general guidelines, right? And of course, very important to give credit, all right, to for those sources. In fact, some of my slides are from this source using this URL. All right, and that's it. Okay, our date now is about to finish. For more information, you can follow me. Okay, through the different platforms. All right, you can follow me. I will teach you how to do research portion by portion, how to make problem, how to do research questions, how to do the methodology, how to do statistics that are applicable to education. So follow me on my YouTube channel. That is the 5 minute research by Lucenario. Type in Lucenario, please, because you might not find me. Okay, if you're not going to type Lucenario. All right. So, okay, see you there on my YouTube channel. Okay, it's self-paced. You can just click in and watch. Right, this is the YouTube age. Right, YouTube 5 minute research by Lucenario. And another one is you can join our Facebook group, the Action Research Society. All right. So later on, as a vision, we are going to convert this into a legit, a registered. We're going to register it through the Securities and Exchange Commission. Okay. So far, we have almost 500 plus, 500 members for the Action Research Society. So you can find here posts not only for my post, but posts of other researchers. Okay. Be a member. And of course, this one is very cheap. Okay, PM is the key. Okay, you can buy this very minimally for just 100 pesos for my action research, comprehensive discussion of action research. All the things that I have learned, that I have accumulated through my experiences through the years. This is an ebook. This is not physical, so I will just send this to you. Okay, you can send me through the different modes of payment. Okay, just 100 pesos. A portion of this I am donating to my um, chosen people. Yes. So PM is the key. So ngayon, yung may price naman. It's not bawal, right? Okay, so have a copy of that. And of course, if you want to to invite me for your in-service trainings, if I am available, okay, you can follow this procedure. Right? So thank you so much. Right. See you. Okay. Online. I'll see you virtually. And with all of that, I'm so happy to be with you. Okay, this day. I'm so glad to see you virtually. Right, and to do research online. Right. Let's fight fake news. So with all of that, thank you so much. And always remember this: research is thinking more, talking less, and acting more. Thank you so much. Right?